It's your boy Cheese, and we're back in Call of Dragons in the final weeks of the season. And I've got the Choice Lucky Spin, which gives me a good opportunity to spin the wheel, talk about how the season's been going, and by the way, a big thank you to the makers of Call of Dragons for sponsoring today's video. Now look, every single time the wheel shows up, I spin it because this is some of the biggest value you can get in Call of Dragons. And I feel like a broken record saying it, but it doesn't make it any less true. So I'm still working on Zeta because Magrat and Zeta are literally the goats. I honestly am not sure what the devs will do to top the power level of these heroes, and I low-key hope they don't top the power level of these heroes because they are so good. And I actually made a video recently talking about long-range warfare, and I switched to it, and I basically doubled my merits by virtue of doing that, and I realized, wait a minute, hold up! Call of Dragons is going to basically be played like Rise of Kingdoms. Instead of microing a bunch of units, I'm going to use 5 ranged units, or I'm going to just run around with a couple infantry, or I don't know, maybe I'll do 5 infantry. 5 infantry sounds fun. I want to be an infantry guy, gosh darn it. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, if I'm doing 5 units at the same time, all targeting the same thing, that's how Rise of Kingdoms works. It's like the same idea. And then there's Home Kingdoms. That's like the same idea. And there's going to be like King Skills. And that's like the same idea. And I'm not complaining about any of that. I think all those things are actually fantastic additions to this game. And I still would say that I think pets compared to armaments, and also, instead of equipment, you've got artifacts in this game. Bro, we cooking up in here. All I'm trying to say is, I'm liking Zeta. Is that where I was going with that? Let's go in and actually pick up the bundles here. And I am going to go and get the Change of Fortune. We get these dragon tickets that I'm going to use to pay with from the Pluto Mall. I've basically prepaid for these bundles. The advantage of using the official Pluto Mall website, which I will have linked down below in the description, is that you basically save. We don't save. You get like 10% extra value in terms of ticket form, rather than just buying it from like iOS or the Android shop, all right? And I think the developers win in this case because, Apple and Google Play don't take a cut when you purchase directly from the website. So anyways, link to the official site down below. We've got our dragon tickets. We've created the win-win, and I am so low on gems. I'm low-key going to need to buy more gems in a minute here, and you will see why. First, distraction. Your boy Cheese has the attention span of a toddler. Let's open up these keys that are here. I saved them just for you. Okay. No legendaries. GG is what it is. These days, the legendary I would hope to pick from this, by the way, is, well, I mean, Phoenix Eye is kind of always in style, but I'm actually hunting for Heart of Kamasi, which I'm currently using on my Magrat and Zeta. On topic for this video, I am using this, and now I'm like, oh, I need more of this now, don't I? I do, but that's not the thing we'll be doing now. We will be doing the lucky spins. So let's get after it. Let's crack them, baby. Now, I am also buying Zeta from the daily special offer because she's amazing. So I assume next season I'm going to have a lot to do with her. She's going to need to put in the work, get in the reps. I'm going to max her starting on the start of the season, is what I'm trying to say. Full Zeta, let's go. I don't know if I'm going to put tokens in her. Full Zeta again, let's go. I had to look, I'm recording, right? I'm like, hey, yo, we're recording this happening, right? Two Zetas back to back. 3 Zeta tokens, very poggers. Let's freaking get it. Zeta tokens. You know what's funny? I used to do this wheel like a content creator, which is basically to do it slowly and then talk. And then this is like a just chatting video, just like the just chatting section of Twitch. But these days I do it like a player. And players, they smash the button over and over. I know. I mean, I play the game too, right? Okay, I get it. And you just collect the rewards. You almost don't even look when you're like a player of the game, I feel. I mean, of course you look. Of course you care, right? But, on stream, I'm doing it nice and slow, and I'm counting it up, and we're seeing what's happening. We're just chatting, having a good time. But I've come to realize, this style of game is mostly thinking about what you're going to do, and then periodic action. Full Zeta, let's go. I will say it, dude, another perk of this game compared to Rise of Kingdoms is that there generally is more action. So if you're into that, hey, yo, here it is. What I'm saying is that Zeta gets action. And it all kind of depends on what your opponents want to do, but everybody wants merits. Merit farming is boring compared to fighting other people. So it's easy to find reasons to go, battle other players. The only thing I would say that I think is in fact happening in this game is they're making seasons shorter, which is a huge, huge, huge win. Because let's be honest, once the Dragon Zone's kind of secured, it's all locked up, man. The people that lost are ready to move on so that maybe they can win next time. And the people that won are ready to move on so that they can do, you know, a new big brawl for the middle, the next big adventure. So let's keep on spinning, baby, and see how we do here. I feel like I'm getting a small amount of full pulls, and there, as I am saying that, I get a really outstanding pull there. Really, really good. Very good pull. And what am I hoping for here? Well, I think just going into this next season with the combination of wheels that I've done and also the, you know, spending that I've done on the daily special offer, that I can max this thing out without the universals. And even if I don't max it, this is one of those heroes that's like pretty dang good even without being maxed. And I actually love when the game design does that. Full Zeta, let's freaking go. When the game design makes heroes good, even in an unmaxed state, that means everybody has access to a lot of power. And that is absolutely the case with Magrat and Zeta. I mean, I'm using Magrat at like 5-2-1-1 or something. I don't know. We'll go get a look. Like, I'm just getting it from my VIP, and I haven't put a single sculpture into it otherwise, other than just getting the unlock, right, on the Magrat. So we're almost done here on our Zeta pulls. Feeling very good about this, although I didn't actually see how many I have gotten. And I do like these universal G3s. Those are going to be really big when new heroes come out. Let's just claim all these real quick before I forget. Would suck to leave those behind. Boom, boom, boomity boom. And of course, in a value-oriented way, you could just spend the 10. Okay, get the 5 tokens there is not a bad idea. I do the full thing here because I am committed to value. Okay, good. Let's go. Ooh, keys. That's right. You also get gold keys in these bundles. And I've got to be pretty close to maxing all the gold key heroes at this point. Although if they add a new faction at some point, which I assume got delayed because of the sort of home kingdom direction that the game is going in. But if they do add a new faction at some point, I assume they'll end up in easier. But until then, I got to get value so that I can smash my enemies. The way I do that, I open them up and we see how we do. So if we look through the list here, what do we got? We scroll on down, and here's our Zeta. Up to 5-5-5-1. Pretty legit. I'm kind of wishing maybe I have more points put into this, but right now I'm using Magrat with Zeta, and I just have this Sand Lizard as the thing I'm using. I think there's probably better, but this Sand Lizard, I haven't changed any of the skills on it yet. It was previously on Sin Frey before the Night Rock was released into the game. I have a suspicion that maybe we'll get a pet for Magrat and Zeta, and so if we do get a pet for Magrat and Zeta, I don't want to have invested in this Sand Lizard to be like, bruh, I took that Sand Liz so far. Anyways, I haven't because, I don't know, maybe we'll get a pet for that. But, ooh, this is actually massive. I get 1 skill upgrade, 2 skill upgrades, and I wonder if I might have had a skill upgrade just in waiting because of all the chests I've been opening, the daily special offers. So we are nearly done with this. And if there is another wheel, which I don't think there will be, but if there is another wheel, I'll have to work on Ferondil a little bit and kind of mix it up, which I'm not opposed to. Wherever Ferondil is, he's up here, right? There he is. How's my Ferondil? Oh man. He's like so close to max. He's like a little bit more than a wheel away, but I don't really use calves anymore, do you? But that's not really the topic of this video. If you enjoyed this one, throw a like on here, consider subscribing. Big thank you again to the makers of Call of Dragons for sponsoring today's video. I still do enjoy this game, and I am looking very much forward to a new season with new challenges. But before then, little update. We got to take the dragon. We still got a couple weeks left. Then there's the elite raid. Last time I streamed this elite raid, it was hugely watched. So let me know if you want me to live stream it down below in the comments. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.